The jury now in place. Karen Read's second murder trial set to begin today.
So her trial in the death of her then police officer boyfriend also exposed allegations of law enforcement misconduct and has gained widespread attention. Kristen Burnell joins us live in Dedham this morning with a look at what we can expect.
Well, good morning, Kate and Patrick. It's a case that we have covered since the start, and opening statements are set to be heard today by the brand new jury. Now, a year ago, the first trial was underway, which ultimately resulted in a starkly divided hung jury, and a mistrial was declared by Judge Beverly Cannoni. After 3 weeks of jury selection, a panel of 9 men and 9 women has been seated for the second trial. Last week, lawyers in the case disputed any remaining issues, including the topic of expert crash reconstruction witnesses. Those experts testified during the first trial that O'Keefe's injuries were not consistent with being hit by a car. Prosecutor Hank Brennan says he has concerns over the relationship with the defense ahead of their testimony.
My attempt was never to preclude Arca from testifying, never. But it was to preclude the defense from trying this case by ambush.
There is no ambush. This feigned indignation is just not consistent with the facts, Your Honor.
Now, the judge did not make any rulings on the fate of those Arca witnesses. Meanwhile, there will be some differences in today's opening statements compared to the first trial. Much more on that coming up in the next half hour. For now, reporting live in Dedham this morning, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.
Well, Karen Read will be back in court today for the start of her second murder trial, less than a year after the judge declared a mistrial on charges she was responsible for the death of her then Boston police officer boyfriend.
Kristen Burnell joining us live from outside Norfolk's Superior Court right now with more on what we can expect today. Kristen.
Well, good morning, Kate and Patrick. Today begins Karen Read's retrial as opening statements are slated to start right here in Dedham later this morning. As you know, Read is accused of hitting and killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, and leaving him to die in a snowstorm in 2022. Now, Read has been charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter while operating a vehicle under the influence and leaving the scene. 9 men and 9 women were seated for the jury. Read told reporters last week she was anxious but ready for opening statements. This comes after Read's attorneys had filed an emergency appeal with U.S. Supreme Court for a delay in the trial. They claimed trying her again on second-degree murder and leaving the scene would be double jeopardy. Ultimately, the court denied the delay and is expected to consider her appeal on Friday. As for opening statements today, Hank Brennan will be speaking for the Commonwealth and Alan Jackson for the defense. Those are 2 different lawyers providing opening statements in this trial compared to that first trial last year, which ultimately resulted in a mistrial. Court opens at 8:30 this morning. Reporting live in Dedham, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.